Discover the cultural differences every foreign visitor faces in Japan.
Samurai Junjiro Channel.
Hi, I'm Samurai Junjiro, born and raised in Japan. What surprises foreign visitors the most in Japan are the small differences in everyday life. From the quiet trains to greetings, dining manners, and how people celebrate events, cultural gaps appear everywhere. Traveling without knowing these differences can lead to confusion or unnecessary mistakes. On the other hand, if you understand them, your time in Japan will be much smoother and more enjoyable. From here, we'll explore the cultural differences between Japan and other countries in 7 key themes. Chapter 1. Daily Life and Etiquette. One of the first things many visitors notice in Japan is the difference in everyday etiquette. In the US, it feels natural to chat casually or smile at strangers, but in Japan, people value keeping things quiet. Especially on public transportation like trains and buses, staying quiet is almost like an unspoken rule. If you make a phone call or talk loudly, you may receive disapproving looks from other passengers. For Japanese people, there's an unspoken understanding that keeping quiet makes the ride comfortable for everyone. In contrast, in the US, it's very common to see people having conversations on trains or buses. Without knowing this, you might wonder, why is everyone so quiet here? Also, Japanese people rarely smile at strangers. It's not that they are unfriendly, but rather that maintaining personal distance is seen as polite. On the other hand, in the US, it's normal to smile at strangers, whether at the store or on the street. At first, this may feel a bit cold, but for Japanese people, it's simply natural behavior. Greetings are also very different. In Japan, bowing slightly is the standard way to greet someone. The depth and timing of the bow can show respect, and tourists who try it often leave a good impression. Meanwhile, in the US, a firm handshake or even a hug with close friends is more common. When visiting Japan, you might instinctively offer a handshake, but bowing lightly first shows that you understand Japanese manners. And finally, let's talk about the differences in lining up. Japanese people are very good at lining up neatly, whether it's at train platforms or bus stops. If someone cuts in line, people will immediately frown, showing how seriously they take fairness. In the US, people do line up, but it's generally less strict, and sometimes things are a bit more relaxed. Knowing this will help you avoid confusion and make your stay in Japan more comfortable. Daily life and manners are the cultural differences you'll experience most closely, so it's worth keeping them in mind. Chapter 2. Food culture and restaurants. One of the first surprises for many travelers in Japan is the difference in restaurant service. For example, in Japan, you'll almost always receive a free glass of cold water or hot tea when you sit down. Additionally, in Japan, you are given a wet towel called oshibori for free. Wiping your hands before eating is a unique Japanese gesture of hospitality. If you are not used to this, it might feel unusual at first. Another unique part of Japanese dining culture is something called otoshi. At izakaya, Japanese pubs, you'll automatically be served a small appetizer and the cost will be added to your bill. This is considered part of a seating charge and it doesn't exist in the US. First-time visitors might be surprised, thinking, I didn't order this dish. However, in Japan, this is perfectly normal and accepted as part of the culture. There are also differences in how you order at restaurants. In the US, servers often come to your table and ask if you'd like to order more. In Japan, however, you usually need to call your server yourself. In many restaurants, you either call out "sumimasen" or press a call button to get service. If you don't know this, you might wonder why no one is coming to take your order. Another point is that Japanese restaurants often focus on quick turnover, so lingering too long is uncommon. Unlike in the US, where dining can be leisurely, in Japan it's considered polite to leave once you've finished eating. Understanding this will help you avoid unnecessary misunderstandings. Food culture and restaurant etiquette are things every visitor to Japan will encounter. By learning these beforehand, you can enjoy your meals more easily and truly appreciate Japanese hospitality. Chapter 3. Shopping. When comparing Japan and the US, you'll notice big differences in shopping styles and services. One of the first surprises for many visitors is the checkout process at supermarkets. In Japan, you bring your basket directly to the cashier, who scans the items while they remain inside. After payment, the scanned items are placed into another basket, and you pack them into bags yourself. In the US, you usually place items on a conveyor belt, and the cashier or bagger packs them into bags for you. For first-time visitors to Japan, it may feel strange to pack your own groceries, but this is the normal system here. Also, plastic bags often cost extra in Japan, so many people bring their own reusable bags. With growing environmental awareness, having a reusable bag is convenient for travelers too. There are also major differences between Japanese and American convenience stores. In the US, convenience stores mainly sell snacks and drinks, while in Japan they offer a wide variety of daily services. For example, you can make copies, send parcels, pay utility bills, and even buy event tickets. For travelers, ATMs are especially useful, as many allow you to withdraw cash using foreign credit cards. Japanese convenience store meals and snacks are also famous for their variety and quality, making konbini food a highlight for many visitors. This level of convenience is very different from what you find in US convenience stores. Lastly, customer service during shopping also differs. In Japan, staff often greet you with a cheerful "irashaimase" and polite service is the standard. In the US, interactions with staff are friendly, but not as formal as in Japan. By knowing these differences, your shopping experience in Japan will be smoother and less confusing. Chapter 4. Transportation. When traveling in Japan, one of the first surprises for many visitors is the punctuality and other transportation. Trains and buses run strictly according to schedule, and even a delay of just 1 or 2 minutes comes with an announcement of apology. Such punctuality is rare worldwide and is a hallmark of Japan's transportation system. In contrast, in the US, delays are common, and it's not unusual for trains or buses to be late by tens of minutes. Once you get used to Japan, you may feel that Americans are too tolerant of delays. In Japan, train stations have ticket gates, and you must pass through using an IC card or paper ticket. Taxis also highlight cultural differences. Japanese taxis have automatic doors, so passengers don't need to open or close them themselves. Since the driver controls it, trying to open or close it manually may even startle them. In the US, passengers open and close taxi doors themselves, making this difference especially memorable for visitors. For long-distance travel, the Shinkansen bullet train is a major attraction for tourists. Despite running at over 300 kilometers per hour, Shinkansen trains arrive on time and are remarkably clean inside. In summary, Japan's transportation excels globally in punctuality, order, and comfort. For travelers, it can be confusing at first, but knowing these differences in advance makes it much easier to use with confidence. Chapter 5. Housing and Lifestyle. There are also big differences between Japan and the US when it comes to housing and lifestyle. The first thing to remember is the culture of taking off shoes. In Japan, it is customary to remove your shoes at the entrance when entering a home. This is done to keep the home clean, and walking on floors with outdoor shoes is considered bad manners. Next, let's talk about the differences in bathing culture. In Japan, soaking in a bathtub is a part of daily life, and almost every household has a tub. It's an important way to relax after a day, and many travelers enjoy visiting hot springs or public baths. There are also significant differences in toilets. Japanese toilets are high-tech, with bidet functions, heated seats, and even sound-making features. Some travelers even say Japanese toilets are one of their most memorable experiences. Let's also talk about garbage separation. In Japan, household waste must be separated into categories such as burnable, non-burnable, PET bottles, cans, and glass bottles. In the US, recycling exists too, but the rules are generally less strict compared to Japan. Travelers staying long-term in Japan may find this system confusing at first. Lastly, let's talk about differences in daily routines. In Japan, many convenience stores and restaurants are open late at night, making daily life very convenient. In the US, some stores are open 24 hours, but in many areas, shops close earlier, creating a different daily rhythm. By understanding these differences in housing and lifestyle, you'll be able to enjoy your stay in Japan more comfortably. Chapter 6: Society, Work, and School. There are major differences in between Japan and the US when it comes to social rules, work culture, and school life. Let's start with the work culture. In Japan, there's a strong sense of devotion to the company, and long working hours are not uncommon. If the boss stays late, subordinates often feel uncomfortable leaving on time. Another big difference is the importance of exchanging business cards in Japan. It is customary to hand over and receive business cards with both hands while bowing slightly. Now, let's look at school life. Most Japanese schools require uniforms, and students attend classes in designated clothing every day. Additionally, after-school club activities are an important part of Japanese education. Students join clubs such as baseball, soccer, or brass band and practice almost daily. In Japan, the standard teaching style is for the whole class to study the same material together. In the US, classes often include discussions, and students are encouraged to actively share their opinions. There are also differences in social rules. In Japan, punctuality is highly valued, and being late for meetings or appointments is considered very rude. Punctuality is important in the US too, but it's generally less strict, and small delays are often tolerated. In summary, Japanese and the US have major differences in work, school, and social expectations. It's not about which is better or worse, but by understanding the cultural background, you can adapt and enjoy your time in each country more comfortably. Chapter 7: Events and Traditions. Japanese and the US have many differences when it comes to annual events and seasonal traditions. First, Christmas in Japan is often seen as a day to spend with a partner or friends rather than with family. For younger generations, it's common to see illuminations or have a nice dinner at a restaurant. Next, let's look at Valentine's Day. In Japan, it's common for women to give chocolates to men, including obligation chocolate for co-workers and friend chocolate for peers. A month later, on White Day, men are expected to give something in return to women. Halloween also has very different atmospheres in Japan and the US. In Japan, areas like Shibuya become crowded with people in costumes, making it a festive event for adults. In the US, the traditional way is for children to dress up and go door to door saying trick or treat. Both are fun, but Halloween in Japan has evolved into more of an adult celebration. In addition, Japan has a unique seasonal tradition called Hanami, cherry blossom viewing. In spring, many people gather in parks and eat and drink under the cherry blossom trees. New Year's is also a major event in Japan. Many people visit shrines or temples to make wishes for the new year. Experiencing this peaceful new year lets visitors truly feel Japanese culture. By understanding these differences in events and traditions, you can deepen your appreciation of Japan and make your stay more meaningful. From daily life to seasonal events, there are many cultural differences between Japan and the US. By understanding them, you can enjoy your trip to Japan more comfortably and meaningfully. Learning about these differences is itself one of the most rewarding parts of travel. Well, that's it for today. See you in the next video.